Here we are. We are live at Ember City again tonight. We're working on that L-Core build we were working on last night. I'm currently pulling some engine parts off of the George to recycle them for the other ship because the George is going to get reworked anyway. So if you see the George skeleton sitting out here, don't worry, he has not been abandoned. He is getting a rework without hovers. No hovers. So, the ship you guys saw me working on last night is what we're going to work on again tonight, the L-Core. I got some work done on it today, did a few interesting things to it. Took a page from our buddy Mr. Drax here. Okay, that's good enough for now. Don't worry, the George is going to get engine rework and be brought back to life as something new and something sexy, so yeah.
How much weight did you carry to Thades with that thing?
42.3 kilotons.
I thought it was more than that because you did a couple trips.
Oh, 54 kilotons the second time. No, 62. 62 kilotons the second time. Yeah, 62 kilotons. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we're going to wait until we get 20 minutes into the stream for our first giveaway. We're going to start doing that from now on. That way I can get some people in here before we start giving Quanta away. Drax, are you inbound to the city, brother?
Yes, I am actually.
Awesome.
I'm at Turn Warp right now.
So, the ship we were working on last night has taken on a whole new personality. And she's got a lot more personality to come to her. So, Smallville, engines. Atmospheric engines.
Yeah.
Are you watching the stream?
Yeah.
Those ones on the top are pointing down.
What engines are those?
Uncommon military. And then the rest of the engines I'm going to add on the outside out here for forward motion are going to be maneuver. It's actually not as many as you think because it's only a 3-wide stack. See?
There's definitely a different way to do an engine wall.
Well, I mean, this is me. I can't do things the way, you know.
Oh, boo.
What's up, Physics? How you doing, brother? DOT, what's up? How you doing? I'm Eziva. So these are actually pointed down at a greater than 45-degree angle. So they apply lift. They don't apply forward momentum, really. And keep in mind, none of this is boosted. I would love to see what the stats are setting currently if it was boosted, but... nose itch. So what you think so far, Smallville?
Nice. Do I have rights to it?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be over in probably like 20 minutes and give it a little love.
Okay. Yeah, you got rights on it.
I never know.
How much can it haul? DOT wants to know.
It's got 10 expanded extra large containers.
So a lot.
7,680 liters? Kiloliters?
7,160.
Oh, it's not boosted.
I thought that was boosted. I thought it had container capacity of 5.
It's 7860, I believe, or 7680.
Oh, then I have it at 4, so it'll only go up from there. Ignore the red bars; those are purely there for
measuring. It looks like a measuring stick to me.
That's all it is. They're they're guidelines just for me to line up stuff. Make sure that the taper back points are at the same point.
Come over and help him a little bit with the ship. I don't know what he might need help with, though. He looks like he's doing pretty good on his own.
I just enjoy having you around, bro.
So I start tapering off and falling asleep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm already in my yawn phase.
Oh, we can't be having that. You gotta wake your ass up now. I understand though, bro. You've been getting up early and trying to fix your days. I get that.
Because I want to be up early enough for my doctor's appointment next Monday. So it's not until afternoon time, but I still want to be up early and get around. The thing I don't like is just getting up and just having to run out the house.
Yeah, that's true. I can definitely
Like
see
being
that.
up. Even when I even work, you know, I was always up 2-3 hours before I had to go to work. Are you like right near the edge of that canyon?
Close to it. I'm on the other side of it from the direction you're coming. I'm actually a few tiles away from the edge. If you see the market, I'm on the opposite side of the market from you.
I just locked onto you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did I miss anything last few minutes?
Nope. Just talking dirty about you, that's all.
Ooh.
And you know, sometimes you just gotta talk dirty. Big Ginger Man, what's up, brother? How are you doing tonight?
Hey, Gingy.
Or should I say morning for you?
You know that's a pretty damn big hole when you look down in it and there's clouds inside of it.
Huh?
I was just flying over the canyon and it looked like there was a cloud inside the canyon.
Yeah, there is. That always messes with people the first time they fly over. It's like, oh my god. It's a lot bigger than you think, too. When you try to fly down into it and you're actually going down, it's like...
Or worse, when you're trying to take a heavy load off and then all of a sudden your hovers or your vertical boosters, you think you're off the ground, then you start falling down the canyon.
So, how is everybody in stream chat doing tonight? I was going to show off, I opened up an Etsy shop for my pastels today. And I was going to try to, I got one up there, and I was going to work on later tonight and tomorrow morning getting the rest of them up there. But I wanted to put something up so the BF something up there. I was going to show it tonight. I put it up, I sent it to a few people, and within 5 minutes, the pastel that was put up sold. So now it looks like an empty shop again. So I gotta post the rest of them. Apparently, Mr. Tic Tac was very happy and jumped on it like white on rice. But I am going to be starting to post all my original artwork on Etsy.
Actually, I haven't got a chance to see that.
It's pretty cool.
So, I'm going to post a link anyway. If any of you are able or willing, please toss my shop a heart, a like, you know, just to help make it look better. Because it does actually help make it look better. But please, oh please, oh please. Show us some love. Oh, hello. Is that something sexy showing up here from a Drax? And what is the name of this thing?
Cerberus.
Cerberus.
You stuck with that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I knew what the name is. I wanted you to say it on stream. Have you showed it off on your stream yet? Finished?
Mostly. It was mostly done.
So, for those of you who
Test
did
fly
not
it.
catch... Huh?
I test flew it and stuff.
Gotcha. For those of you who have not caught Drax's stream, this is the Cerberus. It is his new S-Core. He came over to help me and also to get some help with his adjusters. Edge to edge, yeah.
It's actually not maximum width.
No, but it's front to back, edge to edge.
Couple blocks, but yeah, pretty much front to back. So, so everything else seems to be going nice, but the roll adjusters.
Gotcha. Okay, these.
Like I put them on the tips of the wings just to get some type of roll.
But they're so far out that they're going around that edge. They're pointing out more. You would actually do better with a large one that's more lined up with this vertical booster, or a little bit further in over here and sunk in towards the back. Because where those M ones are, they're going over that edge, the roll, so it's tipping them more out. And the closer you can get them to directly up and down on the top and bottom, the better. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out a spot on those, but
oh, here,
I wasn't able to find.
Follow me. Come over here. Come over here, brother. Come on. Follow the therapist. Second to bottom container hub. Nicky and Linky. Okay?
Yep.
Everything you need is in there.
Alright.
I really like the bull nose on that and the way you did the body style on it. It's really got a nice look to it. And I like the ribbing in the middle here too.
I was just building it, and it originally was just going to be the top half of it. It was going to be really narrow, really small, but as I was building, I kept going.
No, dude, that's fine. It looks beautiful. You did a really good job on it.
So I'm flying to the city, but I'm like halfway down the canyon, just flying through the canyon.
Okay, if you want to make your yaw or left and right a little better, I'd leave the front the way it is, and just add an extra large adjuster on the two back sides. And that'll help out a lot. Abadacus, what's up? Wolfpack, howdy. Oh crap, I gotta go Wolf ship set. Is that in your container thing at your factory?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really fun trying this in first person, like looking at the and an M-Core ship is not so.
Okay, so up. You're getting a lot better about your adjuster placement, brother. You are. But yeah, like I said, the only thing you can do on this, or if you don't want to do a large, do a few 4 mediums underneath under here where this vertical booster is. I know it's closer to inside the body, but they're more angled down, which is what you're looking for, okay?
I think this is what you're saying to do right here, but I'm not sure. On the one side, I'm doing something, and
I'm here.
like that is what you're suggesting?
I mean, you don't even have to do it like that. I mean, you can just put it underneath. Like, if you look at the stream where I'm talking about... Oh, here, come to the other side real quick, I'll show you. Okay, so they can't be sunk in any, but just right there. That is pointing more down than those M's you have on the M's. And that one counts as 6 M's.
Ah, okay.
That's all you gotta do. Can we leave that one there or take it off?
Probably can just leave it there if it matches with the other one, yeah. Just gotta move it over a bit.
Yeah, that's all it needs to be is on that flat surface underneath and not on that outer edge. Because when you start going around that edge, they start tipping out more. And then they start affecting when you try to turn more.
Get rid of those mediums then.
And do the same thing on the top. And try that. Your roll should be a hell of a lot better. And the way you did the design work on this ship, normally with the small core you want to go with mediums, but the way you did the boxy kind of bulk design, which medium design on the ship, which I'm not saying that in a bad way, it actually looks really fucking good on the ship. But the ship looks really meaty. So with this ship, the larger adjusters actually fit better. As far as the design scheme goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you pop one more large adjuster on those outer edges in front of the ones you got there on the back, dude, this thing should be rocking. You should be solid.
Wait, where?
Right here.
Oh, for turning? For,
yeah.
turns?
Just put one right in front of the other one. And this thing should spin like a top. That's the only problem with adjusters. When you're working with ships that have more angular rolling designs, you want to put them to where they would be aesthetically pleasing and in with the curves, but then again, it overcomplicates the because it's damaged. Abadacus. But it looks good, but then it messes with your turning, you know? It's actually frustrating as hell.
Oh crap! I don't have any scrap.
My ship is over there. It's got scrap in it. And these are the things I was using for the curtains on the ship up there.
He's saying that because when I left, he was at my base and nothing was smoking when he was there.
I probably hit the phase atmo too hard, huh? Raphael, what's up?
Yeah, a little bit too hard.
Yeah, it's easy to do when you
I
come
think
to
the
phase.
1200 is even a little bit too fast. She has so much power. She goes really fast.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like I got up from 0 to 1500 when I was testing her out, and it was just like, yeah, she instantly just started moving. So I think I'm gonna need to decrease her her speed a little bit more. Good news is she has plenty of power to haul the double cargo containers, so she should be very capable. Yeah, if I know where your scrap is.
It's in my Phantom. Also, I'm going to talk about this twice tonight. Okay, now and later, I'm gonna get more people in chat. But been talking to a few people, and the stream from the other night. If you were here for this, not last night, but the night before, it got a lot of positive feedback. The one we were talking about PvP and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been working on setting up. It's going to be done in a separate Discord, its own Discord, so that if ever needs to be handed off, it can. But we're looking at doing a actual weekly kind of a chat style discussion forum stream. So about DU, what's going on with the game, PvP, all that other crap like that. All like, you know, have guest speakers in, people that are familiar with certain subjects of the game, you know, reputable people that know stuff, maybe get some devs in here potentially, or in there. That Discord is going to be a lot more locked down though, just saying.
Basically do kind of like a talk show.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be like I was joking, the View DU.
Events and discussions.
Yeah. We are calling it DU Think Tank, or DUT.
It'd actually be nice to be able to do an interview with devs every once in a while. Any of them at this point. Toss a few questions to them.
Oh, I know.
Maybe even just give them the questions and let them approve them beforehand. That way we don't, you know, blindside them with anything.
So, the Discord is not fully set up yet, but it is open. You can join it and get the viewer roles. If you want in, this is the Discord. Everybody will have viewer roles. There will be 3, maybe 4 people with moderator. My role will be host. I will be kind of like a, not really neutral, but, you know, a host to organize and keep things in a direction and keep things civil. That's my role. We'll have some normal panel members, then we'll have guest speakers. You know, panel members will be based on personality and ability to keep a conversation on track. I'm looking to find a panel member from industry, PvP, and building. So that is what we're working on.
I joined.
So anybody that wants to, please feel free to go ahead and join that. There will be no special notifications going from that. It'll be where you can post subjects and chat and stuff about what's going to be going on, or questions you might have, or things you might want to see discussed in the chat. We're probably going to do this midday on a Saturdays. Like every Saturday, do it on midday. Worst case scenarios will be every other Saturday, depending on, you know, content and what's going on.
Look at your thrust now.
Damn. That's better. I'm not even done yet. Still got a lot of work to do. Okay.
You have the fuel tanks on it?
No.
Do you know how many you're going to be using?
The fuel engines. I was going to ask you. Do you think 2, 3, or 4 to 1?
Uncommons? You'd probably get away with 4, possibly 6 to 1.
I'd rather go on the safe side and go 4.
So if you throw a bunch down, I'm getting ready to boost the containers.
The spot form isn't ready yet.
Oh, I was just saying throw them somewhere on the core and put them to the side, then you give over to them in.
That's going to be a little bit before we're ready for them, so it's not a big deal. I hate to say it, but it'd be more of an irritant to have to move them around all the time when I'm trying to build. If they were already on there.
Were you thinking about putting them?
They're gonna be in the outer pods behind the stabilizers. With hatches and elevators. So that link that I put in stream chat is shareable. Please feel free to share it with anybody, post it in any Discord you want to. Everybody that comes in will get the viewer role. There will be no special roles handed out. So you don't have to worry about anybody being stupid. And the rules in the Discord are going to be pretty clear cut. This isn't a casual. This is going to be more of a formal setup. Okay?
Yep.
If there's anybody that has any ideas for a custom logo for DU Think Tank or DUT, yeah, DUT. Definitely looking for a logo for it.
No one say anything. I'm secretly working on this ship below Cerebus.
On my ship?
Yes.
What are you doing? No, I'm actually curious. What are you doing? Oh, hell yeah. I like. Right now, my main focus is getting general shapes and basic structures done on the ship. I mean, Ziva, that thing you keep putting, it's like, you know, it's like, hands up, freeze. Give me your wallet. What's up, Wildcard? Now, the real question is, will I let Wildcard fly the ship?
Question is, do you want to have to repair it?
find out two ideas I'm going to work with here. Okay. Okay. Happy chicken! What? I always feel like I'm missing something. I hear engines.
Yep, that's me.
When you get a chance, come down here and look at something and tell me if you like the left side or right side.
Okay, I finish pacing this arm and I'll be right down. Are you leaving or are you just getting here?
I boosted the ship already, man.
Oh, I thought you were hanging out. Right.
You know me, I'm a busy man. Got things to do, turn money in.
People to do, places to be.
Yeah, if I ain't moving, I ain't making money, man.
Okay, coming down.
I might come back in a little bit. I gotta go do a few things.
So we got open vent side, kind of like a radiator, and then we got a basically an intake side. Parts of the left and the right.
Yeah, same. I like the left. What if you did a black insert in the top and bottom there on the right?
Ah.
What you think? It's stretching that back voxel, but what do you think?
It's not bad.
Oh, wait, hold on. Back that out. Like that.
Maybe. Yeah. That might work. Not a big dramatic change, but just enough.
What do you think? Or do you think go back with the silver? What do you guys think in stream? And by the way, 2 million quantas up for raffle when you see it in chat. There you go. Hey, when we get an Abadakis over here, maybe we can talk him into readying our force fields. Or, yeah.
Oh, you should have said something. I could have done that while I was there.
I didn't know you had that.
I have red, green, and purple.
Oh, nice.
Your darn line tool.
I didn't line tool that.
Do you have any of them yet?
No, I don't have any of them.
Do you put your in-game code, refer code in?
I put it in the chat. Yeah, it actually pops up every now and then.
So the top of this is a 1x. It's definitely not a 1x2.
Yeah, it wasn't a line tool.
Done it to me again.
What?
Ink.
Oh, you copied the edge from the top, didn't you?
Uh-huh. And it is not the same.
No, it is not.
So I gotta back all this out,
And then redo the bottom.
redo the bottom.
I fixed that edge.
Thank you. I was getting ready to do it.
So what do you think with the black? Yes, no?
Hmm.
Or do you think the silver still looks better? Actually, from a distance, I think the silver still looks... You go back, the silver looks... I don't know. What do you think from back here? Can you see on the stream? Actually, let me stream in Discord too, so you can see immediately what I'm talking about.
I actually have you up in Discord.
Oh, okay. But you see from back here?
I kind of like the left more than the right, even from a distance.
Yeah, I agree.
What if I was to do the vents a different
Ooh,
color?
we need red.
How's that look from the left? Really can't tell a difference, but it does make it a little bit darker inside.
Actually, I like that. That's perfect. That's beautiful.
That little bit extra of darkness to the hole, to the vents. Yeah, I like that one.
Yep, perfect. Beautiful. Okay, so this is not flying. I'm seeing this visually, and the shape is not kicking it. So there goes our local idiot teenager with a big engine. He likes revving his engine all the time. It's like, you're gonna wake up my kids, man. But he's a teenager. He don't give a damn.
Damn kids.
Listen to us. Damn, kids. You realize we're sounding like a couple grumpy old men, right?
Yep. That's okay. Actually, I'm kind of liking this right side
Huh?
now. That looks pretty neat. Like, I don't have the color in there yet, but
Oh, I do like that. That's kicking.
see how the lights are a little bit narrowed a little bit more?
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's awesome.
That's a happy accident right there.
Yep. Did you just Bob Ross it? You actually pulled a Bob Ross. You should be
Looked
proud.
more like a vent than anything else. Dude, that looks way nicer.
Boy, you better get off my lawn. I done worked hard on that manicure of dead grass.
Happy little accident.
That's right here is Louisiana. We put a lot of love and attention into our dead grass. Oh, here goes my nightly cat stinking out. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do these other engine pods. So I duplicate the ones that are there already, because I don't really need the containers, I just need the engine pod.
Like a mini version.
So I'm trying to figure out how to balance it to make it look right. Do I measure it out towards even top and bottom, or do I... Yeah, I think even top and bottom. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, make sure you enter to win. We got 2 million Quanta up in chat. Start us off for the night. Okay, so that's where we want to go to. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 83. So half of 83 is 41.5. Ten, 20, 30, 40, 41, 41.5. That's my halfway point. Not this. This is not the Wasp Mega. Okay, so the first 2 million goes to Corazarius. Okay, we got another 1 million up. Let me send that out.
You got red force fields already.
I do.
They're red to me.
Is the Abadacus here? Maybe. There's a magical Abadacus running around somewhere. Let's relog and... Wolf, if you are watching, your ship is ready. I'll be going to get that later for you.
Oh.
How is your imposing interplanetary building coming along? Hey, yeah, Wolfpack, I'll be going to pick up your ship here in a bit, okay? Murderous Deuce, what's up, brother? Why is my camera looking so weird?
Drax, what are you doing?
I don't know, I'm
Thinking
curious.
on something. Thinking on something.
Okay, there we go. So is that looking better on the camera?
Thinking I might need to go get. Actually, no, I don't think I need to get anything because this is gonna be. Ah, yeah, that might be fine.
There we go.
It needs to be 4 voxels thick, anyways. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of thickness in this as far as the voxels go, so you have a lot of room to play. Okay. Are you having fun? You're having fun, aren't you?
See if we can do this. I'm hoping I can. I don't know if you'll like it though. So.
No, go for it, dude. I always like your stuff. Okay, so I got that sorted. I guess
That's that block.
Oh,
That
that's
block.
what I need to do.
You have the shield generator in it?
Not yet. Oh, thank you for the follow. I do have the shield on hand, but it is not in the ship yet.
Oh, that's a different material. What is that? That's black pattern aluminum. Keep it the same material you're using. I don't want to do just a little bit. Ready for the new voxel tool? Oh, dude, you have no idea.
You guys think I build ships quick now? If I actually have something where I can on the fly edit and fix voxels, ha! There is going to be a whole new level of tomfuckery coming from this guy. And then you got people like DJ Slicer. Oh, yeah. That's going to be beautiful. I think we all gonna have some fun when that crap comes out. Am I right, Drex?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I haven't actually watched the video yet, so still have to.
You can get really detailed with it. So there is one thing where you can actually go in and change the scale of the grid, allowing you to make finer tune adjustments.
That's gonna be interesting.
And on the other hand, what I don't think most people realize is by doing this, they're allowing us a little bit more freedom and creativity without having to do the wedges and all that crap like that. But at the same time, it's also adding a little bit of control to the chaos. So we get to be a lot more detailed. But it's going to keep us within a certain restraints that I think will make it better on the server. Now, I'm sure anybody will be able to go ahead and go out of their way to intentionally make it, you know, as stupid as possible. But I'm actually looking forward to it, to be honest. It's going to be a nice change. Hey, the sun's coming up. Time to get bright, y'all. I'm curious to see what kind of issues we're going to have with it starting off.
If you ask many of different people, what
I get the strange feeling we're going to have a few weeks of tomfuckery before they actually get the
concerns mainly the putting of
it all.
computer programs.
ironed out.
Yep.
Especially if it's going to go straight to live and not go on test.
think that's a mistake. Even just a weekend on tests would be better than nothing at all.
Yeah, totally agree on that one.
Yep.
Putting of knowledge into computer programs. Computer program.
So, Drax,
What's up?
think Gothic monolithic. Okay? Keep that in your head, and I'm sure whatever you do, it'll be beautiful. Goodbye, 3 hours of my future. Buying buttresses everywhere with Drac. Buying buttresses everywhere, Drac. What? Him and Stan actually made the wedges and have software that allows you to take blender ships and break them into usable voxels. Yeah. That's one thing. I think this will allow the concept of the projector to be a lot more usable because you'll be able to place a voxel and then manually adjust it to fit the spot it needs to fix. Hey, Abadaka says, "Think Winchester Cathedral if it could fly."
I'm just trying to go with the same theme that he has going and just extrude it a little bit further. But keep with your same design is basically what I'm trying to do.
Oh, do I ever think my suggestions are valid in this chat? Mostly just me fucking. What? Flying but oh, God. Okay, Gelda, you won the million quanta. Sorry, dude. If I ever miss something as a suggestion, don't think I'm ignoring it. I'm just concentrating on, like, I'm focused on building typically is what the issue is. The galvanized red steel is what I'm using for accents, okay?
Might look okay if I have more of them than one.
Huh?
The inside wall. Starboard side.
Ah! I screwed up.
Be ready, don't worry, don't rush.
No, I'm about to come over there.
Experiment with it.
Where are you at? Ooh. That's looking good.
Thinking adding a few more of them.
Yeah.
Each one consecutively getting smaller and smaller towards the bottom.
Yeah. Now this section here where this front wall is going to come back. So as long as you don't go above that top silver line you have up there, you're perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna go down, just
Yeah,
completely go
perfect.
down. Like I figured you're probably gonna do something with the back of that, so I figured I'll just leave it alone. I was thinking about bringing it down and around the bottom of the ship, around the bottom of the pod,
Uh-huh.
like do a wraparound on the bottom.
Oh, that's screwed up. Back up. There you go. I'm trying to add a lot of depth to the texture, not just color patterns. So instead of doing like a lot of inlays, I'm doing like pop out concepts and elements where it'll play with lighting and stuff. RG Katano, thank you for the $20 tip, brother. I do hope you guys are enjoying I try to make the stream entertaining and full of personality. How much would you accept for a BP? For who? Me or DJ? That's always been one really awkward thing about my stream chat is I always end up with a decent amount of builders in here. So when people ask about a ship or something like that, or how much you want a BP, it's like I always have to ask, you talking to me or somebody else? That's not gonna work. Okay, so this might be a few night working ship here, because I'm having a lot of fun with this. So I had originally been thinking earlier, do I need to make this like a limited edition or just what do I need to do? And I realized something. This is going to be expensive to build. I get that. It's going to be a mission runner, cargo hauler from hell, essentially. But I don't want it to be something that's going to break your bank just to buy a blueprint. So, after thinking it about a lot, I'm thinking about putting the blueprints on this cheaper than I normally would a large core. Now keep in mind this does not reflect a standard or anything like that. It just reflects the fact that I want people to buy the blueprint, enjoy the ship, and have fun. Okay? So I'm thinking about setting the blueprints for this ship, for the large core ship, and the S-Core companion ship that's going to come with it at around 30 to 40. I'm thinking closer to 30. I know a lot of people like to charge, upwards of 80 to 100 mil for the large core blueprints, but you're going to spend a lot of quanta trying to build this ship, so I don't want to break your bank on the blueprint too. Also, since this is a mission runner, if you buy a blueprint from me and you lose the ship in PvP, come back to me. I will sell you a replacement blueprint for 10 mil.
A little bit of insurance. Partial coverage.
Blueprint means you gotta get the parts yourself. You get the blueprint to place it. But yeah, if you're using this as a PvP zone mission runner, when you purchase the blueprint, send me a message in Discord telling me that. And if you lose the ship, let me know. I will sell you another copy after the initial one for 10 mil for the blueprint set. So it'll cost you 1/3 the price that you paid for it originally to get a replacement. So blueprint set will cost 30 mil originally. If you lose it in PvP, you get ganked, you can get another set for 10 mil. Cool. What you guys think about the red accents now?
Does that include the companionship as well?
Yes, that includes a companionship. The companionship is going to be designed to dock with it. It's going to be an S-Core planetary hopper. So that way you can, have it with you and go somewhere if you need to. Drax, what you think about the red on the front?
I like it.
Just give it a
Good
little bit of
accent.
depth.
Yep. With the red, with the white, black, or the silver and black, it makes it pop out quite nice. So Smallville should be quite happy with it.
Is there any polished blue still on it?
No.
No.
And I'm happy.
I knew he was going to say that.
Sorry, Ami.
Now these red accents, I'm making sure that they're nice and easily accessed. So you'll be able to, if you want to recolor it to blue or whatever color you want to do, you'll be able to. So if you want to do a polished blue steel version, you can.
Blasphemy.
I just now realized just how much work this detail down here is gonna take. It's gonna take forever.
I
Man,
think
I
once you
hate-
do one side, you can copy and paste.
This is true.
What was that, Smallville?
I hate Thade's atmosphere.
I've actually quite thoroughly come to enjoy it.
You're becoming a Thadian, huh?
Could be a lot worse.
It's a new name for people who live on Thades, a Thadian.
Why does it keep doing that? Okay. We're going to change this up. Okay, let's pick the winner for that one. RG Katano, you won 1 million Quanta. We're going to do a 5 million and put that up for 15 minutes. Mainly so I don't have to keep checking it. And I'm not as likely to forget it. Good night, DOT. Have a good night, brother. Oh, this thing's starting to look kind of like, I don't know, vampiric. Oh, screwed that up. I mean, am I the only one seeing this? Like, I feel like it belongs in,
Dracula.
what was the name of that anime? Castlevania?
Ah, yeah.
I guess that would kind of stick with the whole gothic look, huh?
Alright, I think I'm gonna call it and go to bed.
No problem, dude. Log out here. You're solid. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Okay.
If my ship's in the way, just toss her off to the side. I'll work on that inner edge tomorrow. See if I can get it fixed. If you don't get to it, I mean, it's pretty
Oh, we're not going to be done with this tonight. In fact, before too much longer, I got to go get the ship for Wolfpack. This is going to be a quick trip to Alioth and back, but yeah.
Alrighty, well, you have a good night.
Good night, brother.
Good night,
Nice
Jack.
stream.
Oh. Oh. Poor Zarius. I am so sorry I just saw that, dude. Actually, Corazarius, I am coming to your guys' factory on Alioth now. So if you can do that on a DRM-free core, I can just get a blueprint from you, place it back here, and show it off.
What's that?
Oh, he made a present. He made something sexy.
I got me wondering.
It's there now at your factory.
If I'm at the factory, I'm inside machines.
Okay, Corsarius, don't take it down yet, because I want to show it off on stream when I get there.
I'll beat you there, VR.
I gotta fly there to pick crap up. Okay, it is 10:21. We're going to be going for another hour and a half. If there's anybody that wants to join us in chat, please do. All you got to do is jump into the holding tank and we'll pull you down.
That is sick.
That's going to go on the front of the factory in one of the buildings down here. Ain't that just smexy? That's beautiful, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to make a ship, just a medium core ship with that as the top. Just to... Need to turn off my Discord stream. There we go. That's better.
I wish you could at least look at the inside the machines while you're in VR.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? No worries, it's going on a large course, so we're solid. With special lighting, dramatic lighting. I'm not anywhere. I'm still here. Just adjusting my chair real quick. I think my chair is falling apart. Oh, Lord have mercy. I need to get a new desk chair. But this chair has served me well. Almost hate to see it go. Kind of sad. Unfortunately, chairs that hold my big ass are not cheap.
I love my Secret Labs chair.
How much are those things?
500-ish.
Dear God.
But I'm a bigger guy and I've gone through a lot of chairs, and this one hasn't even like loosened up in a year.
Ah, this chair I got from a Salvation or from thrift store, from Purple Cow.
Yeah, but I work from home,
Yeah.
game. I'm in this chair a lot, probably a lot more than I should be.
Are you getting a flat ass? When your butt starts distinctly reminiscing that of a shell. Okay, while I'm warping, and we got 30 people in chat. Abadak speed? Huh. Oh. Yeah. So, what we're going to do is go over one other thing we're doing again. The other Discord, we are setting up to once every week, maybe every other week, do a almost like a talk show kind of thing for DU, where we get different people from different aspects of the game in. New players, older players, PvP, indie, designers, builders, building builders, ship builders, small core builders, L core builders, all over the place. Mission runners, get them in here to talk about the game and what's going on with the game in a civil manner. Actually discuss things like we did the night before last. So that's going to be starting up here within a few weeks. If you are interested in viewing that and being part of that community, I'm gonna post the link in Discord. Please keep an eye on the Discord rules channel in this Discord. There will be rules in there. This is but join that Discord. Everybody will get the viewer rank. There will only be a couple moderators. We're going to keep this locked down and keep this secured. It's going to be a very controlled environment. Unlike the average, insanity. Okay? So, if you click that link, join that Discord, that's where we're going to be holding that all up. Okay? What's up, Stone? Okay, we got a 5 million quanta giveaway going on. You got 4 minutes left on that. Then after that, we're going to be giving away a 90-day DU time code. But yeah, if you want to be part of that, it's going to be called DU Think Tank or DUT. Make sure you join that Discord I linked above. And you will be able to see what's going on with that when we're going to be streaming, topics, who the guest speakers are going to be, and everything. Okay?
Should be a fun time.
It'll basically be the View DU without the drama. We are not going to be going all Real Housewives up in this bitch.
You know, your knowledge of the View is kind of scaring me.
My wife is like... That used to be her show. She loved that show, and she finally got out of it when it went super, like, overboard. She finally was sitting there watching it one day. She's like, you know, now I see why the show irritates you so much. I'd say thank you. Why am I... Oh, I got my throttle set to 12. I'm like, why am I going so slow? What do you mean my knowledge of you is disturbing?
I don't know that much about it.
All I know is it's a panel of 4 or 5 or 6 women that likes to instigate crap and occasionally have male guest stars and rip them a new one and make them feel inferior. Unless it's somebody they're, you know, got the hots for, then all of a sudden it's, you know, super nice. Whoopi Goldberg's on it. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, baby. Fjord Face, you're already in the raffle. It's almost over, bud. And after this, we'll be doing a 90-day time code for DU, okay?
Say what?
Yeah, say what? Where is everybody tonight? Tonight is dead in voice. It's like... Normally we got a nice little group in here, and tonight's like everybody's on vacation.
Yeah, the other night we wore them all out.
I couldn't take it. They couldn't handle the real talk. I still can't believe what happened with actually I'm not gonna, I don't know if he wants to say anything about it. Okay, let's pick that 5 million quanta. Gelda, you won 5 million. Don't I already owe you some quanta? There we go.
You should just join Crash Industries so you can have access to the warp beacon right above the factory.
Mm-hmm. No, Gilda. Everybody can enter for the 90-day. Yeah, anytime I do a 90-day time code, everybody can enter for the 90-day time code, okay? Hey, Fight Master, what's up?
Hey, how's everything going tonight?
Crazy.
What are you up to tonight?
Doing some calibrations.
Oh.
That's what I gotta do next. Calibrate.
Okay, people, exclamation mark raffle for a 90-day time code in chat, exclamation mark raffle. If you don't need it yourself, give it to a friend, give it to somebody else. Somebody
Man,
you would get to try the game.
Your giveaways today haven't been showing me any love. Oh well.
Wait, Corazarius, what size core did you put that on? Roger that. Okay, so is it still here? I want to show it off on stream. And how do I get to it?
There's an elevator underneath the Golden Pyramid.
Okay. Gotcha. Let me go get the stuff out of here. Give it a load. Okay, and you said there's a blueprint? When I get to the main room, so I can't.
Go over or across the next elevator.
Here? Okay,
Turn right. Keep turning, you should see Core's name. East pad. Second elevator on left.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Up or down? Oh, hello.
Welcome to Lake Central.
Check out what he done made for us. Yo, baby. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. Unclaim. Unclaim. I just stole 2 items from you. Very nice. But I don't think it would fit on my larger ships. It's going on a building, though, for sure. That is sexy. That's beautiful. I got the blueprint, bud. Thank you. It's going on the front of my factory. It's probably going to go on the city. It's probably going to go at the castle, too. There are things moving here and things in weird places here, and there's a teapot on the wall. This place is kind of like Alice in Wonderland, scary.
Told you he's Crash Industries' mad scientist.
I see swirlies. Okay, I gotta go deliver this shit, man. Wait, which elevator is it?
Behind you. There should be a hole in the wall right there to the left.
The one in the hole in the wall?
Yes. Yes, that one.
Did I ever tell you guys scare me sometimes?
Why?
You just do. Wolfpack, are you there? You just do. I am coming to you, Wolfpack. Rosarius, thank you, brother. That is beautiful. I'm on my way to you, bud. It'll be done in pride, posted everywhere, and when anybody asks, we'll point them your direction. Oh, pay him much quanta. He do one for you. Very good. So, I saw the most disturbing thing in the world today. It was a really old Mickey Mouse cartoon. So Mickey Mouse is working an assembly line where he's making Swiss cheese. And he's poking the holes in the Swiss cheese. And I'm just like watching the cartoon, like nostalgia, and then I realized something. Mickey has an erection and is using his pecker to poke the holes in the Swiss cheese.
What?
It was so subtly done that I didn't realize it. But yeah. This was like black and white Mickey Mouse. There you go. I'm going to post it in stream. There you go. That's the link. You got to watch that. Yeah. Childhood ruined. Just saying. But in a good way. I thought it was funny as hell. And I looked it up. That is the original cartoon. That was actually right. I looked at several sources and verified it. Yeah. Cheese Factory Willie. How's that for you, Smallville?
How's what?
Did you click on the link I put in stream?
I'm scared to.
It's not like it shows anything. It's under his pants. It's not like it's, actually got his junk flopping out. It's in his britches. I was just like, damn. Okay, let's see who won the 90-day time code. That goes to Fjord Face. Fjord Face, brother, you won the 90-day time code. Okay, I gotta go back. Oh, I gotta warp actually.
Passengers and mobilization starting.
These days they start to blend together.
Warp sequence initiated.
These days.
Okay, I gotta go back to the giveaway history and make sure I've given all the quanta out that's been won tonight.
What the hell?
Corzar, yes, I gave him his. Okay. Yeah, interesting, huh?
Disturbing.
Okay, so Gelda I owe 1 and 5, so 6 million. RG Katana, not Jeff Tano, Katana. I owe 1 million quanta. And then Fjord, give me a minute, I'm gonna pull that up and I'll send you the code, okay? It's in my email, so I gotta pull it up from there, okay? What? Okay, Fjord, that's gonna be coming at you in Discord, brother. There you go, you got it in your Discord. Okay, we got a 1 million quanta giveaway going. We're going to be doing those for the rest of the night. Oh, my.
Warp sequence completed.
How many more of those ship kits are there?
What? This one?
Yeah.
One more out right now. So, for those of you who are to see the ship that I'm flying right now, this ship tokenized with the extra small core ship that comes with it, that's inside under that red force field up there. The set comes tokenized for 90 million quanta. That's including the price of the blueprint. However, if you want a tokenized version, there is a wait time on them. It takes a couple days to make the engines to get them for the price.
Omni, that's 2 ships for the price of 1.
So please keep that in mind. There is a wait time. And it is what you would definitely consider an overpowered M-Core ship. It takes, I mark it as 5 kilotons off Alioth. I've gotten 6.5. It depends on your flying skills. But it's a workhorse. This ship goes to the ringer for you.
Omni, I was just thinking of you. You know, you like to collect ships. You get 2 ships. I don't see the problem.
I just flew by somebody's ship. Also, guys, if you are new to the stream and you want to join us in Discord, all you gotta do is type !Discord. That is a Discord link to join the official Discord for the stream. Everybody is welcome in the Discord. That's the casual one. That's the one that you get to have a goof off on. The not safe for work channel, be stupid, all that crap like that. That's the one for that. That's the Dum Dum Discord. Also with bad English, yes. Because you see, I'm a Texan, so my English is shot to shitting back. But that's okay.
I mean, do you really need good English as long as you get the point across?
Nah. I had a couple of years. Oh, this was a while back. There was this guy that, he was British. And he joined our, he joined our TeamSpeak for Eve. And he kept correcting everybody on their grammar. Like, really, really posh British accents. And I was having a rough day, and I was tired. And I was just full on. I had let the accent fly. I was full on, how y'all doing? Y'all having a good, full on Texan. And he started saying something. I could hear his wife in the background. No, shut up. Let him talk. I want to hear that. That's kind of sexy. I was like, yeah. Yeah, he didn't like that too much. So, Final Shin, you're German? Ah. I think my wife's family ancestry is all, like, both sides is all ancestral German. I'm Native American and Scottish. You're American? If you ain't American, something ain't right. If you're in this country anyway, if you ain't American, something ain't right. You can have all the heritage in the world, but that's the beauty of this country. It's a melting pot. Everybody comes here. You can be whatever ancestral heritage or whatever national heritage you want, but once you're here, you're part of the family. You're American. At least that's the way it's supposed to be. That's how I was raised anyway. Well, let me... Now, granted, I was raised by a World War II veteran, so he was a little bit old-fashioned in a lot of things. But, yeah, his biggest thing was, once you cross that line, you're American. Same. Okay, let's go in. We're gonna stop off where Mr. Wolf is. Mr. Wolf, how would you feel about joining us in voice? You're welcome to bring in Mr. Vargy. If you two hop into the holding tank, I'll pull you down.
I suppose you all know how to use one of these things.
Mr. Vargy, you coming?
You just press down this lever with your thumb
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy. I don't think I've ever been in these chats.
I am going to just stop there, deploy it there for you. Do you have fuel there?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to deploy it there. I got a few setup things I have to do to it, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to take all the RDMS off the programming board so you can set up your own scripts and your own pilot stuff and everything. Okay?
Okay.
I got to set up the remote control button for the door, for the access for the force fields to get in and out with the access core. Unfortunately, none of that goes through the blueprint. Actually, before I met my wife, my last girlfriend was Portuguese. And the one before that was French. Yeah. In fact, I think my wife is the first American-born person I ever dated, really. No, there's a couple in there. Whoa. "41 kilometers out." So, Mr. Bargy and Wolfpack, how you guys doing tonight?
Doing good. I am kind of funny. I've been working on a project today with a Star Wars ship from Kylo Ren.
Oh.
I built it just the other day with Legos.
Hold on. We got a raid from Angry Dad with 13. Angry Dad, thank you for the raid, brother. I hope you had a great stream tonight. I know you probably got to run for your dogs, but brother, thank you for the raid. And for those of you in stream who do not know him, by some random chance, make sure y'all go over there and follow him and show him that DU love. And welcome to the channel. We do have a 1 million Quanta giveaway going on right now. So if you're new to the channel just now, exclamation mark raffle to get in on that 1 million. Don't worry, there will be more. Okay, Wolf, what were you saying, brother? I'm sorry.
So, I just built this ship the other day out of Legos with my son. So I decided, you know what? We play in a voxel world. I'm going to take the instructions for this ship and I'm going to build it per the instructions of Lego.
Interesting.
So
That's
I have
interesting concept.
I have been building this ship literally using Legos and substituting whatever I can to make
The right shapes.
Yeah. And I gotta say, she's coming out pretty good. I'm just curious on how I'm gonna put the engines in her, but I'll figure that part out once I get these wings on her now. But yeah, we've been busy.
Awesome.
As for me, I'm doing good. Just getting ready because my son has an ortho appointment tomorrow for his finger.
Ooh.
Yeah, so.
The last time I heard somebody say their son had an orthopedic appointment for their finger, their son was flipping somebody off, the wrong person, and the person grabbed it and broke the finger.
No, he just got in a fight with the car and the car won.
Ooh.
Well, the worst part was the person that grabbed the finger did not intend to break it. They grabbed it, being a smartass, and yanked, and when they did, the finger went backwards. It's like, whoa!
Yeah, no. Yeah, he's 7 and... Oh, you're kidding me. The Garnerite ore didn't pop. Yeah.
Yeah, we're back to that.
Calibrating.
Doing calibrations. Yeah. But he is 7 and he slammed it in the car door on Sunday.
Oh,
Broke the tip of his thumb.
ouch. That's like the worst possible place to get a break, because that's like, you always use that. There's nothing. Anytime you open or close your hand, your thumb wants to do something. Ooh.
And it's his right hand, which is currently his dominant hand.
Oh, there we go. I just actually popped my thumb. Okay, let's go ahead and hit that pick. Mr. Vargi, you won 1 million Quanta.
Cool. Thank you.
See, all you need to do is come in the chat.
I got another one up.
Apparently.
Exclamation mark raffle when y'all see the next one up.
Alright, so. Here, go there.
I'm about to be landing where y'all are. Okay, do I have permission to place stuff over there?
You're asking the wrong person. Not me.
Well, if I do, you might have to follow me over to the city. If I don't, you have to follow me over to the city, but we'll see.
Boom. VMS.
Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Okay, so Ralph, Race Scout, there we go. We need that. Create blueprint. And we need that. Create blueprint. Okay, so no, we're going to go over to the city.
No. Okay.
Slap your boss man around, tell him to give me rights to deploy stuff sometime, okay? I got fuel over there too, so we can fuel it up so you can fly it back, okay?
Yeah, no worries.
Now, if you want the red force fields and crap, you're going to get somebody to set those. I cannot do it. Does your wife pick the music for the stream? No, I just put it on something and let it roll. I don't even think about it most of the time. Good lord, that ship is almost the size of some of the skyscrapers. There we go. And actually, I use the music to help keep my mind going because I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. And I won't go to bed till 1 o'clock tonight. 1 o'clock in the morning tonight. So the hype music kind of keeps me going.
Over there.
Okay, I turned the party mode off. Let me go get fuel and start getting her set up, okay?
Okay.
You guys gonna do any more rocket shenanigans tomorrow?
I could reach out to Rome and find out.
That sure made an entertaining day at work.
Yeah, I was I was quite entertained myself.
That's funny when he didn't think he was gonna clear the city.
You know, and they cleared it, but what about 20k from it? It was hilarious.
Yeah, that was.
So that would explain the message I got for, you know, if I find an airplane stuck in one of my buildings, I know what happened.
Yep.
Yeah, we took the tram that comes over here, and we stuck a rocket on it. And...
I always wanted to do that. Do a rocket, do it like an actual, like a jet that literally has a single large rocket on it. It's built around that with wings and everything, and the rocket being the only propulsion.
Friday Witch has that. Her little ding thing she gives up and gets out in space, warps, lands it. It's weird. Only has a rocket on it.
No, I'm not talking about going into space. I'm talking about flying around the planet with it. Like a large rocket. Or two.
I would hate to have him put a bigger rocket on that thing.
Oh no.
Say he only had a medium on there and he took off.
I'm almost out of fuel.
Well, it's a good thing I don't fly far.
Yeah, I might have to do half fuel in it, dude. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I didn't realize I was almost out of the Atmo anyway. Got tons of space fuel. I only came here with like, I think it was like 500k of the Atmo fuel.
Yeah, I mean, we usually carry about 17 or 1.7 mil. I thought he gave you permission and all that too, so you can fill up and all that.
It doesn't mean I'm going to go over there whenever I want to, just, you know. Call me crazy, but that just kind of feels weird.
Well, you know us, we're only a message away or one voice channel away, you know?
Yeah. And usually there's one of us floating around here somewhere.
I actually just finished up a building yesterday for a fueling depot. So if people need fuel or whatever, I can stop by and fill up, and then take the tram to your buildings.
Okay, so remember, when you're in the excess small core ship, when you want to take off, there is a button on the top left side of the screen. Tap that button and it'll open the force fields and set up the lineup of force fields, okay?
Okay.
And when you're inside the ship, the big ship, you access the little ship from the hatch that's underneath the bottom of it.
Very cool.
Okay, all the DRM is released. Let me fill up the excess core. I'll get that set up in there for you and get everything put together. Unless you want to try to land it in there yourself.
Oh no, it's going to take me a little practicing.
You don't want to do that live on stream.
I'm sure Rome's going to want to.
Okay, so let's see. Nope. Oh, I forgot. I gotta redo the HUD on this. Hold on. It's got that weapons glitch. That is the most irritating damn thing in the world.
Weapons, it's low.
Oh, did you not see that glitch yet, Wolf?
No.
It just spams the message along the bottom of the screen.
No, you haven't done this a lot, have you?
Actually, I do it quite often. Normally, I'm coming at it from the behind, so it's a little bit different.
That's an interesting way to put it.
This little ship is agile as God knows what.
Oh, I know. Rome loves this.
But this is actually a smaller version. This is an excess core.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this is the Scout.
Yeah, Rome. The moment I landed that one on the base, Rome went over, set up RDMS, took over everything, changed his lights to green, and it was his.
I don't even think Wolf had time to protest.
Nope.
Oh. The heck is this thing stuck on? Oh, there we go. This is the first time I've ever had this issue.
That's the first time I've seen a ship hooked inside of a ship like this.
Yeah. That is the first time I've ever had that issue. Guess there's a first time for everything. There we go. So when you're inside the little ship, hit the little button. It closes the top off. And then the access is under the... There's a hatch at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, let me tokenize these two things, hand them over to you, and you're good to go.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll have to bring over the ship when I'm done building it.
Okay, where are you at?
Top of the roof.
Oh, I'm underneath it.
Alright, coming down. There.
Okay, have you talked to Ark about it? It's an old variant that causes it. I had to update the HUD. You start the trade. Jam Giggy, I need your in-game name, please, to send you that quanta. There you go. Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Jammed him? Okay. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
And you got them both claimed?
Yep.
Okay. You should be good to go. Fire home. Oh crap. I gotta go back to my ship and reset my containers and come back over there and place those boxes. Just remember, the button on the side of the pastel means not safe for work. Okay.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
The pastel face inside in the bottom back middle, there's a button on the left side of it. That's the not safe for work mode. Okay?
Safe not to work.
Not safe for work.
Okay.
Party mode.
Yeah, we'll call it party mode. That's party mode. It goes well with the music and stream.
Nice.
I mean, that implies that he works.
Or it also refers to children and significant others.
I know.
Boom. All I gotta do is follow the tram home.
Yep.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Resource? How you doing tonight?
Oh, pretty good.
That did not sound like you when you came in.
I know. I had some adult chocolate milk.
Uh-oh.
Adult chocolate milk is let's see, 2 parts brandy, 1 part cream de cocoa or cacao, and 1 part half and half.
Black Russian. Okay, we got 2 million quanta up in the raffle. Exclamation mark raffle to get in on that.
Yeah, Daddy needs some money.
Hey, Resource, do you run mining units?
We have some, yes.
How do you feel about them?
I get
They're
the
a
feeling
pain in
this
the
is going
ass.
to be a daddy no likey thing.
Just a pain in the ass. Although I think they're going to be less of a pain in the ass now that they last 72 hours. I thought going from 10 mining charges to 25 was a little crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit excessive.
And why do y'all think that's a bit excessive? I'm actually curious.
Because it was a 250% increase. Like, don't these people know how to do moderation?
Yeah, but it still regenerates at the same pace, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which means I can have 50 mining charges.
Yeah, but it still regenerates at the same pace as it did before. So you're not, you're just having a max capacity increase, not a amount per day return increase. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it just means, your stuff's going to last a day longer, and if you wait between things, you'll have more of them. You have more of them to do. It's not like they cut the recharge rate in half or something, because then that would have been like seriously,
I'm definitely not getting any more mining units.
I don't think you want more mining units. Even if you thought you could handle more mining units, you'd probably look at them and cry.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys.
Hey.
How you guys doing today?
Oh, doing good.
I've been playing what's it called? Different Empires. You can buy keys now. It's not that bad of a game.
Do you just hate me, Serapis?
Why?
Looking at this ship, right?
Uh-huh.
Say I pancaked the bastard. That's like one of those just, I'm done and walk away from the game for a day moments.
Nah, it's all accessible. Everything's accessible.
Oh, yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the sheer amount of repair time, large landing stabilizers.
Well, the whole point is there's going to be enough brakes on this thing, you shouldn't pancake it, okay?
You know, shit happens.
I know. Not paying attention.
That
But
would be like scrap party, please.
if you pancake this thing, isn't that more of your own fault?
Yes. I haven't flown a ship yet that I haven't pancaked. That's why I'm looking at it.
I see.
Good thing I have level 5 scrap bacon for tier 5.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, have a good night, gents. See you next time.
Good night. They
Oh,
just
you
said good
got
night.
your. Oh. You got your city, your new city.
Yeah.
It's a cool looking design. Kind of looks like a robot to me for some reason.
I could always put a skull on it.
Holy cow, that's a beast.
What's up, DJ? Thanks, brother.
I like that.
What do you up to tonight, Resource?
Good night. Yeah, I'm kind of the late night guy, guys. People, if you're new to the stream, it's just a reminder. If you're here, I stop at midnight my time typically, so that's Central U.S. time. Please keep that in mind. I don't get to stream really until after the kids go to bed because of both my kids being special needs, so it's kind of a party. It's my time to unwind. Yeah, that ties it in better. There we go. Okay. What you think, Smalls? Roisin rating with a party of 3. Roisin, welcome to the stream, and how are you doing tonight? I hope you had a great stream. Hey guys, if you are one of my followers, please go over and make sure you follow Roisin. Amazing streamer, a lot of fun to watch. Make sure you show her some of that DU love and follow her channel.
Quiet in here.
Yeah, it is quiet in here. It's okay though.
I'm trying.
It's getting close to the end of the night. You know, everybody's calming down for the night.
I'm trying not to crash.
It's 11:30. We gotta pick a 2 million Quanta giveaway. Square Flares. I need your in-game name in chat, please, Mr. Square Flares, for your 2 million Quanta. That is the advantage to being on a stream that gives a lot of crap away, because eventually your name is going to come up. But don't feel too bad. Technically, I don't think I really actually won much of anything on any stream. Giving a lot of crap out, hadn't really won much. Okay, what you guys think so far?
I like the design.
I think it's looking good, man.
The red trims on the sides help bring that in, tie it in better.
Oh, so this is gonna have AGG2, is that what it is?
Yep.
And this large?
Yep. Just to give you an idea, there's my skyscrapers in the distance. It's as big as some of my skyscrapers. Actually bigger. Those are medium shields, medium force fields down there. There you go, see?
Not bad, not bad.
She's going to have 2 more sets of pods going out to the sides for atmospheric engines. I've already got some people wanting to buy blueprints to strip it, make it space only, and make it a PvP ship. Just for the sheer amount of gun placement.
Can I check?
Yeah.
So what have you done now? What?
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Kids come first, always.
And she was asking me what time we're playing Minecraft tomorrow.
We don't need a place to stay. We don't need no food or bed. As long as we've got our dreams to cover us, they will guide us. Whoa. No, we don't need a place to stay. We don't need no food or bed. As long as we've got our dreams to cover us, they will lead us. Whoa. We don't need a place to stay. We don't need no food or bed. As long as we've got our dreams to cover us, they will guide us. Whoa. No, we don't need a place to stay. We don't need no food or bed. As long as we've got our dreams to cover us, they will lead us. Whoa.
Habitat says cockpit at the top. No elevator, just stairs.
Now that sounds like somebody who hates you. Just saying.
Does sound a little cold.
I am definitely feeling a lack of love in that statement.
The funky technician is back.
I'm gonna step away for a bit. I'll catch you guys later.
Later.
And let your conscience be free. As we show you what's happening, now's the time to relax your mind and slip into a new world. The funky technician is back.
Alright. Hey Tor, how you doing tonight?
Oh, what do you know? I'm here. Wow. How you doing tonight, Surface?
What's up?
Not much. I really wish when you warp to a planet, you warp in, like, I don't know, closer or something.
Like right before you enter atmosphere.
What's up?
Just have you warp right before you enter atmosphere.
That'd be interesting.
Get that pucker vector going.
Could end up kind of brutal, but I can dig it.
It's really interesting when you warp through a planet.
Yeah. Pretty cool if they made that kill you.
I had it one time where I stopped my ship dead on the surface doing max speed. And I'm sitting there just bouncing, like dribbling off the Tioma's surface. Didn't damage anything, but what sucked is it burned all my warp cells up.
Interesting. So, like, you kept warping, but you were, like,
Yeah.
around the planet?
Yep.
That's it.
Had alt F4 to get out of it.
Sit back and relax. And let your conscience be free. As we show you what's
Yeah, I've done the warp through the planet, but I've never stopped.
now's the time to relax.
I'd be afraid to stop it.
Slip into a new world.
I'm just happy my ship didn't end up in the middle of the planet.
Yeah, that'd be unfortunate, especially now since you can't dig more than, what, 20k below? Or... Yeah, how deep can you go?
5k under surface level, like water level. So 0.
That is super deep.
On some planets, Alioth is not that deep. Thage, that's really, really deep. Veli, that's...
On any planet, that's super
Yeah,
deep.
all the center.
Without there being ore down there, like, what's the point?
Caves.
Okay, yeah, still, what's the point?
Actually, when the beta first released, my ship fell to the ground and ended up being 6k down in a cave. That was a lot of not fun.
Did you dig it out or just scrap it?
Nah, actually one of the GMs got it out for me. That was back when they were helping all the time, when they were live in chat.
Oh, yeah. Back in the old days.
Listen here, starting back in the old days, we actually had in-game help.
All these new kids like, what's a GM?
A mythical creature.
A mythical creature that makes all your problems go away.
I haven't flown this ship in a long time. I have no idea what speed I can enter rally after.
Well, when you start burning up, that's a good sign to hit the brakes.
Yeah, right? I'm still about 5k out from the Ember limit anyways. I recently discovered there's a burger place like less than a mile from my house that's probably one of the best burgers I've ever had.
Well, I guess that's a good discovery.
Yeah, no, I've lived here forever. I'm kind of angry that I didn't know about it before, you know? Could do worse things.
Damn it, now you want me to want to have a burger.
Right? Can't catch myself eating there too much though, I'm gonna end up large. Not in the fun way. But like even their fries are on point, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you get a burger at a burger place and their burger's great, but their fries are like garbage.
I got a place out here called the what is it called? The Hat. Oh, awesome cheeseburgers, great pastrami sandwiches, and their fries to die for. Like, you don't order, like, you do not go in there and order a large fry for a single person. You order a small fry and they give you a bag.
I mean, potatoes are cheap, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's well, not compared to some other companies, but they're just very generous with their fries compared to most people in California.
Oh, fair enough. What's that place called?
The Hat.
The Hat.
We got
I
a
guess
place.
The Hut was taken.
We got a place here called Smalls. It's a slider shop. It's partially owned by Drew Brees. Oh my god. I cannot visit that place too often. Every time I go there, I know I gain 10 pounds. It's just like...
Hey, Serapis, I just sent you a burger place that we have from us. You should show it on stream. It's called Big Judd's.
Hold on, I will pop that up on stream.
It's that kind of food that just makes you kind of moan a little bit when you're eating it. Can't really focus on anything else.
They used to have a place here. I don't know if it's reopened or not. It was on the Ticklepaw River. You could only get to it by boat. It was called the Prop Stop. It was kind of a big spring bake spot, and they had this burger like that. They brought you out the those big foam plate things with the lids on it.
Uh-huh.
The whole base of the plate was these amazing garlic butter fries, and then the burger was sitting on top of them, taking up the entire plate.
Wow. Sounds like an enormous burger.
Yeah, you get it in like two, and then you get that, and you got this 42-ounce bucket of worms, which is a giant daiquiri with gummy worms in it.
Oh wow.
It was
Kind of
beautiful.
burger you gotta share with some friends. Or
Yeah.
just eat yourself.
So we had our trainer when I was security officer at the site. He used to be an ex-lineman for the Oakland Raiders. We went to all-you-can-eat pizza place.
There you go. It's up on
and
screen.
He told them, "You can either bring me a cheese pizza and a supreme pizza to my table, or we'll get a salad bar, get a salad, or I'll just sit here in line and eat all the pizzas as you bring them out." He ate both large pizzas, and then he had to go home because his wife was making tuna casserole.
There you go, guys. That's the burger Smalls was talking about.
Sounds like a rather enormous person.
Storm Still, you won the 1 million.
Yay, Storm Still.
Oh, that burger right there is so good.
Okay, let's see.
I have got to upgrade to a desktop at some point. Jeez.
Dude, I wouldn't be able to do this without it.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna do any more voxmans until we get that that tool.
What's your predictions on it working right away there, Tor?
If it doesn't, then I'll resort back to what I use already. If it does, then I'll be a very happy person. That's my predictions. Very limited and very boring. As far as it working right away, yeah, probably not. It'll have bugs. But I'm excited to ride them out and see what the result is.
Yeah, I sent to one guy who kind of quit the game a while ago. Still sub, but yeah, just kind of got burnt out. He's like, "Oh my gosh, about time. This is so needed."
So, I was talking to Banana today,
It wasn't needed, but it is definitely a luxury.
and it looks like the voxel editor might bring him back too.
Who's that?
Banana?
Yeah.
You don't know who Banana is? Oh, come on, man.
Well, I asked who he was, so you could probably assume no, I do not know who he is.
You ever seen this?
Seen
The Mustang?
I'm seeing it now.
That's his. The little forklift was his. He had all kinds of fun ships. It was just, really cool little fun things.
Oh, okay. Cool.
This was his.
I have seen that before.
That's him.
Alright, fair enough. Oh, I'm glad to hear that anyone might come back. I'd like this game to succeed. And it's anything is better than hemorrhaging players like it was.
Uh-huh.
Thinking that tool will bring in a lot more new players.
It might. Even the tool though is like it's still going to be kind of complicated to use.
Oh yes.
It's still, I mean, it's still going to be voxelmancy. It's just going to be easier or faster. So I think people will still need to do things well, at least, especially if they limit the negative voxels like they were pointing at. I think they'll still need to effectively learn voxelmancy, just maybe not to the same extent.
I'm thinking we're gonna see a lot of the younger players coming in and adapting to that new setup quickly and well.
Oh, great. Now we're really going to be the old timers.
It's okay though.
I can't wait for some new player to tell me how to do stuff.
Rule 1 of life. You never know everything. To assume you know everything is to prove that you know nothing. Somebody can always do something differently that might be better.
The way I look at it is, most people can do this better than me, so I'm good with that.
You are not incorrect, Seraphis, but that's not really what I meant.
But you're always going to get people who are going to claim to be better. Unfortunately, that's.
Oh yeah, it's just the way it goes.
What else I say? There's been a lot of games where I've had newer players come in and they've tried to correct me on things and stuff like that, and then they're trying to correct me on things. I've been forced to look at things in a different perspective, and I've learned something.
Wish there was a faster way to boost ships.
To boost ships?
Yeah, I've got like 40 ships on this platform right now, and I'm going through boosting all of them. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, especially if you probably have it to do a couple ults to get through it all.
Nope.
Then you're good.
Although Rex did not transfer these over to the org, so I cannot touch them. Why is applying talents to something like a RDMS restricted thing? Because like it just takes whatever the highest is. It doesn't replace high with low.
Because you don't want some jackass running up and putting element hit points or decorative element hit points on your structure.
Why not?
Some people don't like that. That means you gotta repair it.
I'd be okay with it. It's like,
Level 5 hit points on your plants.
I mean, what hit points do they have normally? Decorative elements, I imagine, pretty low.
The couch is 2,000-ish?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I guess I'm just not most people, but some people, whichever you said.
I think it would even apply to gates, wouldn't it? Is that considered a decorative element?
No. I don't think gates are considered like doors.
you guys happen to know how to do like panoramas? Not specifically in DU, but like just with Windows.
Guessing the awkward silence means no.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Storm still in here? Who pretty knows?
distracted.
Do you know how to do panoramas in Windows? Hmm?
Huh.
Apparently there is not a way to just directly take a panoramic shot. You have to take multiple pictures and then fuse them in an outside editor, which is it's okay.
King Burns, welcome to the chat. American Riot. Hey, wait. We got a raid from America. Dude, you gonna make me stay up till 1 a.m. What's up with this? How are you doing tonight, my friend? Tell you what, for the American Riot viewers, we got a 2 million quanta giveaway in game we're giving away right now. Final Shin, you won that. So, American Riot, tell your viewers to hang in here, and if they are interested, I will do a 90-day time code for Dual Universe, so they can check it out. And when you see that up in chat, exclamation mark raffle. Final Shin, I need your in-game name, brother. So, if you are new to the DU and you're coming from American Riot, exclamation mark raffle in game, and I will send you a time code to give you 90 days of Dual Universe for free. Exclamation mark raffle, that's all you gotta do. And I will whisper it to you in Twitch. And welcome to the stream, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great night. American Riot, brother, I hope you had a great stream. For those of you in my stream who do not know American Riot, make sure y'all go show him some DU love and follow him. There is a link to his channel. Click that, follow him, show him some of that love. He has been a really big supporter of this stream and been a great guy. We raid him quite often. He is very easily excitable. Sorry, Riot, I don't do the psychotics. I can't. It would wake my kids up. Awesome, man. Y'all were playing Escape from Tarkov tonight? So, for those of you that are new to DU, this is what we're building tonight. We are building what's called a large core ship in this game. This is my city. Some friends of mine built most of this, and they ended up leaving the game, so I took it over. Sleazy Bear and Smokey, you are remembered and missed, people. But this is what I'm working on right now. Oh, Final Shin, I need your in-game name, brother. Okay, gotcha. How much should he... 2 million, okay. There you go, 2 million quanta in your wallet, enjoy.
Sure wish it was easier to freaking angle a voxel.
Angle of voxel?
Yep. I'm trying to
get better, man. Don't worry.
What's up, Wolfpack?
Not much. I'm just
Oh, what are you trying to do is what I'm saying.
Angle it to like a 35-degree angle. So I built a wall at an angle, and I'm trying to basically prop the wings in an angle. You know, kind of like the TIE interceptors, how the wings are angled in.
Because I have a lot of it, and it helps other players out. I enjoy taking care of people and helping people out. That's about just it. Wolf, easiest way to do that, honestly, I mean, you can try to do it with wedges. Remember, if you're doing a wedge to stretch to gotta get what you want, the bigger the better. So you could, you know, pull it out. And the bigger the wedge, the easier it is to get that shape, that angle you want. If you try to do it too small and go too far out, it's going to distort the hell out of it. See? The only other way to do it really would be using one of the wedges or a voxel library that already has that angle in it. So if you guys have any voxel libraries over there, check them. Actually, I think I have one over here that has some of those in it, and you should have access to it. It's if you go down in the TARDIS at the center of the city,
oh, yeah.
there's a big voxel library down there, and I'll give you access to it. Okay.
Okay. I'm like, yeah, I was. We used to go in and out with Sleazy and.
Yeah. See down here.
Yep. Oh yeah, because we used to help Sleazy and Smokey out. Yeah, so I've got those.
I'm gonna add you specifically to that, so you can definitely. And what's the character name again? It's Mnemonic Wolf.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. So yeah, if you go to the TARDIS, go down. It's down there, and you're always welcome to use that. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
That's been always one thing I've enjoyed about the DU community. It was part of the reason why I got hooked on the game to begin with. when I first started streaming, and now some things have changed, of course, but when I first started streaming, all the streamers actually reached out to me. It's like, hey, what can we do to help support your stream? You know, it was a very open and welcoming community for the streamers. You know, they always tagging each other, sharing, showing up love, you know, and rating each other. That was something that was very unusual to me for streamers. Most streamers do not like to do that. They don't like to share their fans, you know. But that was a big thing in DU. And the community has always been awesome to me. There's been some things I've gone through in real life that's been difficult, and the community has always shown me support and love. So, I mean, I can't do a lot, but I can always do content, blueprints, and 90-day time codes and in-game giveaways. So, I do what I can to support the community. Okay, I think I'm going to call it quits on the ship for the night. My brain's starting to go...
I'm about to call it quits for the night, so I'll catch y'all later.
Okay, later.
Let me pop in here for a minute, Surface.
Later, man.
Alright, later, Smallville.
Later.
Yeah, I'll show you tomorrow, Surface, when I'm with this ship.
Okay.
How the ship comes out.
Okay, so tomorrow night's plans. We're going to be stretching this thing out. It's going to get another set of engine pods, or housings on the outside out here. For fuel tanks and engine pods. And then from there, we're going to finish the interior out inside the ship. Get it looking really nice. Give it a really good interior. I plan on keeping the interior somewhat utilitarian and focused, so it's not a lot of excess. Also, the main goal in this is to keep everything open and easily accessible to where you can get to it for repairs quickly.
Wow.
So, that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow night. Let me turn this force field off so it's not...
Shield deactivated.
Thank God there's not impact damage when you jump off of stuff. Hey, so let's see who won that 90-day time code. KBLA, you won it.
Good God, does he need an air alt? Just kidding, KB.
KB, check your DMs. I just threw everybody in chat, dude. Okay, it is that time of night for me to find somebody to raid. Because I'm tired. So, let's see who we got streaming tonight.
This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Citizens are advised to take the following steps.
We got Sam, Sarah, and myself. Okay, we'll raid Sam, Sarah. Y'all have a good night. Let's do this raid. I will see you all tomorrow night again. Take care. Be safe. Guys in chat, say goodnight.
Good night.
Y'all take care. Goodbye now.
Goodbye.